social
Hey
in.
guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been about 3 weeks since I haven't uploaded a video. I've been just working and finishing off those community service hours. I'm at 40 hours now. Trying to finish those up as soon as possible because Thanksgiving's coming around, Christmas presents, and all that other good stuff that I can't afford. I ended up purchasing a couple things for the Subaru though. My mom actually ended up purchasing the front rotors, the rear rotors, the front pads, the rear pads, and the shims. Came out to $118. Only thing is that I received the package, but I'm missing the 2 front rotors and the pads, and I ended up getting a package from North Carolina for some GMC weather strips. So I'm in the process of figuring that all out, which has been a headache only because the store that I ended up purchasing from doesn't have a telephone number. I've messaged them a couple times, and the couple times that I ended up messaging them, I thought my email address was the correct one that I was putting on there, but unfortunately it wasn't. And so eventually they ended up I ended up getting a message today. Today's Thursday, Thursday the 7th or the 8th, and I got a message from a person, messaged them, they haven't messaged me back. Got another message from the same company, different person, and that happened 3 times consecutively, and I haven't gotten a message back. So what it looks like is right now, it looks like it's going to most likely be that they're going to end up resending me, the 2 that I'm missing, plus the pads and the shims, which I'm hoping. Otherwise, I'm going to have to try to figure this out because I'm going to be out basically almost half of the $118 that my mom paid for it. That's going to suck because now I feel obligated to pay that back for her, because that sucks. And the main reason also that I can't do the eBay customer satisfaction where you can go through eBay and eBay ends up contacting the actual seller is because I paid through it with my mom's credit card as a guest. So just keep out for anyone that's doing any eBay shopping. If you're paying as a guest, you can't do the eBay customer returns and stuff like that. You have to actually have an account, established with eBay and then make your purchase. So on another note, like I was saying before, I ended up purchasing some couple things at a shop here around in town, and I ended up purchasing some aero trim skirts for the Subaru, which in another video I'll try to get those in because I did install them already. Unfortunately, when I was installing them, I ran through some complications on the side skirts where there's like the fender splash shield. For some reason, when I was putting on the skirt, it kept falling off, so I ended up using silicone, clear silicone, left it there until the next morning, like pressurized, and the next morning when I went to go take it off, it fell off, so I ended up using super glue and had to use that on the driver's side skirt, and then on the rear bumper, like where the fender wall. So I mean, it all came along nicely. The only thing now is that it has like a when you have like plastic black trim, where it almost looks like, let's say you wax part of it, or it's like fading. It has like that effect to it. So I eventually want to maybe either spray paint it or end up trying to figure out a way where I can end up giving it like that shine, that black shine, which I can use like tire shine, or I don't know, I'll figure something out. But ended up installing that on there. The headlights that I ended up changing the bulbs because I'm not sure if I had included that in the previous video, which we call it one of the bulbs was out. So I ended up changing light bulbs that I had purchased for my dad's BMW, and I ended up installing those in the BMW, but that was a while back. And then the lights that were in that BMW originally, I ended up installing in my car, which they look pretty nice. The only thing is, for me doing the clear coat over or sanding down the headlights a little bit, I feel like the driver's side I took my time more on that one versus the passenger side one, where it has still like a little bit like a yellow gloss, I want to say, or yellow like tint to it or whatever. So like the headlight, the illumination of the light on the passenger side seems like it's not as bright as the driver's side. So I might go back over it, I don't know, maybe before winter, I'm not too sure yet. And my other plan is to get the headlights that I want, the headlight bulbs that I want, which are fog lights, and then within 5 seconds you can turn them back on and it's like yellow, white or something. Also, the thing that I did end up also doing to the Subaru was I ended up aligning the lights, because the passenger light for some reason was it wasn't on level or aligned to the driver's side one. So I looked up on all data, couldn't find anything, so then I typed it into Google and find out that there's a way where you can align the headlight bulb assembly horizontally and vertical. So I had to align it vertically, obviously. And yeah, I think there was just a single bolt. It's like can't remember exactly where, but maybe in the next video I'll try to mention that. I did also buy a couple other things that I've been wanting to figure out where to install them. Ended up purchasing let's see if I can get this in video. So this is it's a ground effects kit, which is the same one that I installed in the Subaru, but this was the red one, and it was priced at $22.45, but I got it for $2 and I don't know, some cents, which is kind of nice. So I figured I'm gonna keep this one, just I might need it for, I don't know, maybe it's Civic or something later on when I get another Civic. Also ended up purchasing let's see, this StyleTech adhesive wrap. It's not shiny. It's what do they call it? MATTE, which is like a matte red. The interior of the vehicle of the Subaru that I have, it's gray, like cloth seats. The side is like gray on the door handles. The door panels are black, but the only red that's in the vehicle is like the illumination of the lights, like what is it called? The cluster gauge. And I think a couple of like the radio controls and stuff. So I might end up doing something with this, but I just don't know what yet. The other thing that I purchased that I was hoping to buy more, this one, which is basically the same thing, a vinyl wrap, which was well, I bought it for $185, but I think it was originally priced at $18 or something. I can't remember. I originally wanted to do put that for the rims. And I figured, I could purchase like maybe another 4 or 5, which would be enough to do the rims. But if I do the rims, it's only going to be enough to cover like the front shield, I guess you would call it, like the 5 spokes. I think I've showed in my previous videos, and it won't be enough to do the inner what do you call it, the inner diameter of the inside rim. So what I'm planning on maybe doing with that one is just keeping that one for the side. And I had even thought of maybe just buying a little bit more and vinyl wrapping the whole car with that carbon fiber, which I think would look pretty nice. But personally, I've seen pictures of the carbon fiber white, and the lines like of the carbon fiber, I don't know, I'm not really digging it. I'd rather have like just plain gloss, even metallic. I don't know, it doesn't really catch my eye too much with the metallic. But that being said, not much going on so far. I'm gonna try to structure my things a little bit easier here because I've been stressing out like crazy. I purchased PUBG for the Xbox One, and it's not as fun as it is on mobile. I don't know, I guess people have their own opinions on that, but I personally don't like it. So I ended up it's a free game called Warface. You might see it in the background there. It's kind of like Call of Duty. Call of Duty the 4th one? I don't know, it's pretty fun. I like it. Other than that, I mean, I'll try to keep you guys updated as much as possible. It's been a little bit difficult, especially with being here in Illinois. It's getting fucking cold as hell. And me being naturally always cold, well, you can imagine I'm always fucking cold. With that being said, we're gonna get some snow tomorrow, so maybe I'm gonna try to keep up myself with making videos every day, because it's been 3 weeks and I feel like I just had to throw this in there. I wish I could have had you guys, observe me installing the side skirts, because I was starting to get a little pissed. Let's see, I ended up finding the bolts that I had bought for the Civic for, for the fenders, like the fender bolts that were by JDM Speed Spec, and I ended up installing that a little bit under the hood in some areas, but on the passenger one. When I was trying to remove two of them, they ended up snapping. So I'm gonna have to either drill that out, or I'm not sure how, but most likely I'm gonna have to drill that out and apply the two bolts that are missing. Otherwise, it's not gonna look right. So with that, just stay tuned. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and comment, and let me know if I'm doing pretty good, or what you guys think so far of the channel. All right, guys, have a good one.